I know I had my Raisin Bran this morning. Actually, it was in a muffin. But you probably all had some sort of Kellogg's product this morning. So what I'd like to do right now is introduce Federico Conde. Federico is the Senior Director of Global Supply Chain Solutions from Kellogg's. Let's give him a hand. Fede, thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
So, Fede, maybe you can tell us a little bit about the problems that Kellogg's was facing.
We were in a little bit of a tipping point. We had implemented ERP, just like you pointed out, 4 ERP instances for that matter, which for all practical purposes was the same product implemented totally different in Europe, North America, Asia Pacific, and Latin America. As we tried to create and gain efficiencies, we were forming our global business services model, which many of you may have already in your companies. And what we found was that to gain efficiencies horizontally in the process, we needed a glue to pull those things together. So we started exploring, and as we were going through our thinking process, we had to satisfy internal customers. We already had a great experience satisfying external customers in our specialty channels with a Salesforce solution. So we brought it in as a way to satisfy our internal customers, primarily sales, distribution, and supply chain, and give them that 360-degree view of the customer. Mm-hmm. And that's what drove us into the Salesforce
So that's
platform.
why you chose Salesforce, because of that full view.
And we got a nice byproduct out of that. You were mentioning your metadata layer. With our 2 distinct ERP implementations, which for all practical purposes could have been 2 different products, we are being able now to harmonize some of our data across the 2 regions through the Salesforce platform. So that was a nice byproduct that we were not even planning on when we started.
That's excellent. Lots of benefits, right? So what specifically did you do with Salesforce?
What we did was implement a 360-degree view for our order-to-cash process. So we went from creating and planning promotions, which is still in our legacy environment, entering orders, still in our legacy environment, and then when it comes into the supply chain, it's taken over by the Salesforce customer service group. 2 service centers, one in Bucharest, one in Grand Rapids. Bucharest going live actually today. So we are very excited about that, and one of the reasons you are talking to me and not seeing a demo up there. But we gave each of the CSRs proactive ways of tackling those order issues. So we get orders coming in with all kinds of things, price discrepancies, material discrepancies, EDI errors, promotion errors. And in the past, we would react when a customer would call us or when the supply chain would call. Now, every morning, people know what they have to do, and they are proactively tackling that. So we are seeing immediate benefit after going live with our solution.
That's terrific. What other benefits are you seeing?
Just in general, that this project was intended to have efficiency and effectiveness savings. We were looking at about 35% return on investment. We're now forecasting that we're going to go up to 85 with the Salesforce solution. The other thing that we are seeing is that as we optimize the order to part of the order to cash process, is that we have opportunities to expand it out to the promotion management side and then the cash side of the house. And then with the multi-platform solution, something that is also a nice byproduct of this is that the information that sales or supply chain would have typically phoned into one of the service centers, we can now put it on a mobile device. So we are thinking early 16 to unlock that back to them, and that has been terrific. Also, we partner, I didn't mention that, with the Salesforce team to bring in Lightning Connect into our implementation. So our old development time, which in the past we would have to build ERP in North America, ERP Europe, we reduce our total development time to about half by using Lightning Connect.
Wow.
And our connection and response time to SAP, it's truly what the person that sold us told us it would be. We were a little bit skeptical. You know how it goes. It's going to be fast. It's going to be seamless. Everything is going to be perfect. We didn't think it was going to be that way, but so far it's proven to be a very good tool. The performance of our ERP solutions continues to be up. The performance of our Service Cloud is there. And the CSRs are seeing real-time information on the customers they are tackling.
Yeah. So you mean the salespeople actually told you the truth?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
For a
And
change.
one thing you said 85% ROI?
That's what we are, I think, when we have the efficiency and effectiveness, the total savings coming from the way we're structuring the work, and the ability to tackle early on some of our deduction management processes, it's going to give us a much higher return than what we had originally expected.
That is remarkable. Wow.
It is.
Well, we're so proud to be able to work with you. I'm wondering if you can share with all the folks here some thoughts, if anybody here is looking to move forward with an account management solution, what you might recommend for them.
I would say to have an open mind to things. So we are now going to start engaging our global customers through the Salesforce tool, which I think is probably what comes naturally as people talk about Salesforce. Going internally into the supply chain and into the house, it's something that has been a little bit of a challenge for us. People hear Salesforce and they think outward selling.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of power unlocking ERP back into the house. So along with our integrators, Salesforce and everybody else, we are now putting business cases to bring that back into the four walls of the enterprise. So I'm actually keenly looking forward to some of the other keynotes in manufacturing and service excellence.
Yeah, terrific. Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because unlocking ERP is actually a solution that we have in the manufacturing space.